Hello, my name is Jack Milito. The video Power and Control was pretty eye-opening to me. I never realized how hard it was for women to leave relationships like that, abusive relationships, especially if the man is makes the most money and has all the benefits, and they have children, and if the woman takes the children, it's hard for her to care for all of them. And in the video, the woman, she struggled to do that, which makes the temptation very easy to go back. And I never really thought of it in that way. Something that I also found was an example that they talked about in the video, where men are aggressive. They feel that they can be more aggressive to people that they have power and control over. And they brought up a good point where if the abuser, let's say the guy gets pulled over by a police officer, and he wouldn't be abusive to the police officer because the officer has the power and control over him. But versus his wife, the abuser feels like that man, he has the power and control over her, so he'll be abusive. Um, some of my ideas for prevention would be, the cops should pay more attention to verbal abuse. Like physical abuse shouldn't be the only thing that gets abusers put in jail for the night. They should look more towards verbal abuse. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jordan Watson. I watched the Power Control video, and while visualizing this video, I understand why females have struggles leaving their partners, even when they're being abused. Sometimes the kids can be involved, or sometimes it's the financial support, or even both. Because it's really a hard world out here. Like, say you have three kids, it's hard for one female to take care of all the kids. So sometimes, like, some females have to go back because they can get that financial support and they won't be alone. But what I do like is the battering women's shelter. They get involved and they have like programs for men and women. So like it's basically like family counseling, and it's really up to the female to see if they want to go back or not. Because sometimes men can just lie and just stay the same way and didn't learn like from nothing. But sometimes it could be a change. They realize what was wrong and how could they fix it.
So, after watching the video Power and Control, it puts domestic violence into a whole different perspective, especially dragging children into the picture. It's crazy to see how like the string of events takes place. Like the children watch the abuse take place, and then they grow up to be the abuser, and it really puts into perspective how hard it is to get out of a power and control situation, especially since that person does have so much power over you, whether it's financially or physically or emotionally. There's just so much power put into play that you really just don't know where to go. Um, I thought the video was very eye opening, and I think it was definitely something that everybody needs to watch. No matter if they're in this class, if they're a social work major, no matter what they're going to do, it's a video that needs to be watched and seen by everybody.
So after watching the Power and Control video, one thing that really stuck out to me was the treatments and programs that these batterers or abusers had to go through after being charged with any like domestic violence charges and stuff. I think that just like the victims, I feel like the predators need to get help because obviously it's a learned behavior and something in their life triggered them to do the things that they were doing. So not giving them the excuse to put their hands on anyone, but I feel like that was a good thing that the society could have put together to help them get through whatever they were going through and suffering. So I feel like not only Minnesota but other states should help the batterers and the abusers as well as the victims.
How's everyone doing? My name is Kyle. I just got done watching Power and Control, and I thought it was a really interesting film and really reinforced what we learned last night in class. One thing that really struck out to me was the children that were affected, and how they lashed out at some of the social workers helping out the children, spitting on them, hitting them, because that's what they were taught by the abuser, or just the toxic household that they were at. And another thing that really struck out to me was uh, when the men that were uh, in that like room getting taught like why like domestic violence is bad or whatever it was. A lot of them said that the reason why they do the things that they do is because that's the way that they were taught and raised. So um, things that we can do to prevent this is just uh, preaching to people that it's wrong and this is not how you're supposed to treat somebody that you love. Thanks.